According to a report from Marca, Bayern Munich made a €100 million bid on Joao Felix last summer, but was soundly rejected by Atletico Madrid. According to reports from Marca, Los Rojiblancos rejected a €100 million offer for the youngster from Bayern Munich this summer, and there are now regrets within the board for letting such a golden chance go. The Bavarians saw Felix as a possible marquee signing after Robert Lewandowski's departure, but Los Colchoneros stood firm on their stance of keeping the player. Despite suffering 3 poor seasons at the club, there was a strong feeling at Atletico that the youngster's breakthrough was just around the corner. That intuition has seemingly now cost the club €100 million. It seems hard to believe that Bayern Munich made this kind of proposal to Atletico Madrid last summer, especially for Felix, whose reputation is built more on potential than actual performance. Borussia Dortmund midfielder Jude Bellingham might be getting interest from Real Madrid, but is said to prefer a move to Liverpool FC instead. Real Madrid will offer Jude Bellingham the chance to come and be the new Luka Modric next summer, but fear the England international is leaning towards Liverpool over a switch to La Liga, according to reports in Spain. Madrid abandoned their pursuit of Kylian Mbappe last summer, but they have turned their attention to the 19-year-old Borussia Dortmund midfielder, and his stellar performances in the Champions League this season have heightened the club's interest. Madrid have a good relationship with Dortmund and believe the club will sell to them if they match any Premier League bid, but convincing the player could be more difficult, with Cadena Ser reporting that he prefers Liverpool. RB Leipzig centre-back Josko Gvardiol is said to prefer a move to Chelsea FC over Tottenham Hotspur. RB Leipzig centre-back Josko Gvardiol would prefer a move to Chelsea over fellow suitors Tottenham. Gvardiol going to Chelsea would be a huge mistake for the youngster, at least in my opinion. Bayern Munich had another strong week in dispatching both Hoffenheim and FC Barcelona, lol, and the squad looks, dare I say, very good. Julian Nagelsmann is pushing all of the right buttons and the boys are responding, so there is plenty to talk about with that subject alone. But we've got even more. This is what we have on tap for this episode. A look at Bayern Munich's ever-improving form. The emergence of Matthijs de Ligt as a force to be reckoned with on the backline. Why the move back to a 4-2-3-1 seems inevitable. Does Robert Lewandowski regret his move to FC Barcelona? İlkay Gündoğan to Bayern Munich? Nah, that can't be happening. A look at the House of the Dragon season finale and why reading the books might have made it painful for some. Sergio Ramos might extend his stay at Paris Saint-Germain. PSG are prepared to offer 36-year-old centre-back Sergio Ramos a new contract as a reward for his resurgence under Christophe Galtier. Related, why Bayern Munich should try to sign Sergio Ramos. Bayern Munich, Arsenal FC, Manchester United, FC Barcelona, and Real Madrid are among the teams scouting PSV Eindhoven's Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo, 23 years old, is performing at a fantastic level in the ranks of PSV Eindhoven, one of the clubs with the longest history in the Eredivisie. An issue that, as expected, is not going unnoticed by several of the most prominent teams on the old continent. Without going any further, both Real Madrid and FC Barcelona are awaiting their version under the tutelage of Ruud van Nistelrooy, a Gakpo who has a contract in Eindhoven until mid-2026. Manchester United, Arsenal and Bayern Munich have also sent scouts to close in on the winger. A professional who, in addition, has accumulated 12 goals and 13 goal assists in the 20 stakes he has played this season. For its part, De Telegraph assures that Cody Gakpo price is around €30 million. Meh, the last thing that Bayern Munich needed is another guy whose primary position is at wing. Well, that was quite something. Bayern Munich blew past Mainz in a spectacular 6-2 win that saw the Bavarians barely break a sweat throughout the full 90. While 2 goals were conceded and Bo Svensson's men can comfort themselves with a high XG number, the fact is that Julian Nagelsmann coached this game almost to perfection and Bayern look as good as ever, despite injuries to key players. Here are our talking points from the game. How Julian Nagelsmann's midfield setup makes perfect sense for the team's build-up and defense. Matthijs de Ligt and Dayot Upamecano defending in concert. Noussair Mazraoui blossoming into a great inverted fullback. The problem with refereeing in the Bundesliga nowadays. How defensive injuries could derail Bayern Munich this season. Why Nagelsmann needs to give Matthijs Telephone and Ryan Gravenberch more minutes. It is an exciting time to be in Philadelphia these days. The Philadelphia Union's win in the Eastern Conference finale over NYCFC was electric. You already know how I feel about the Phillies in the World Series. Flyers thriving under John Tortorella, and Philadelphia Eagles, undefeated, as well. If you hate Philly, though, you still have Doc Rivers totally mismanaging the Sixers, and the hope that this all goes up in flames for me.